Hello, hello, welcome, and good evening. We are back with some more Fuel Esports action tonight. It is Call of Duty NACE, Fuel Esports versus Nichols College. I'm Dragon, here with my co-caster Kryptonite. How you doing, my guy?
I'm doing very well, Dragon. Thank you very much. Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. We're ready. We're pumped. We got another
Oh, yeah.
good game tonight. We know Fuel Esports, our team, especially these past 3 weeks now,
3 or
have been
4, yeah.
on a roll, leading
yeah.
undefeated
4-0.
4-0. But here's the thing. If we go over to the standings, our opponents tonight, they're sitting second.
Yep.
3-0. They're also undefeated. The only other undefeated team in this division.
You know what that means, right?
Clash of the Titans.
Exactly. Tonight is going to be an absolute banger, folks. We are going to have an amazing, amazing matchup as we head into this one very, very soon. Thank you very much for tuning in. Go ahead and hit us up with follows. Go ahead, socials. We really do appreciate it at Fanshawe Fuel.
You better.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah. I mean, let's take a quick look at the starting lineup. We've got 4 starters right now, starting off with Bonk, Sus, Manio, and O'Davy.
And we know these past 3 weeks, these 4 have been titans on the field. We got double Manny and double kill O'Davy coming in with insane plays. You got Bonk with the comms and command, and you have Sus on those heavy flanks that has been making sure that anytime the enemy tried to do something, he was in the back line saying, yeah, not going to happen, dude.
Exactly. Some might also call him, Zuma's son, Zuma Flanks, right? So this is going to be a Sus Flanks. But yeah, no, definitely. All these 4 players have definitely been up for the task. I know that they also scrimmed last night, and it went quite well for them. So I'm excited to see what they actually pull out over here in this matchup.
And I'm excited too, because especially knowing that they're going up against the only other undefeated team in this division, they need to bring their all.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Everything needs to come to the table. Everything these past 3 weeks have been is going to come into play now, and they got to bring that and then some.
Yes, full throttle, and then, like you said, and then some. And, of course, we are going full throttle into these maps right now as we have our map vetoes kind of coming up here in just a moment. But before we actually get to them, I guess, what are you thinking in terms of maps for Fuel that you've seen kind of work out?
Protocol. Hands down, it's been Protocol. Protocol has been our map. It has been the map, especially on Search and Destroy. It has been insane.
I agree.
And as well as Control.
Yes.
The map that we kind of struggle on a bit is Hacienda. It's been very 50-50. And overall, like the other map we've seen a lot of is Skyline. But if we do head over to these maps, we do got a new map coming into the play. We are starting with Hacienda, with the game mode being Hardpoint. But we're going to Dealership for Search and Destroy.
Dealership, Search, and Destroy. I don't think we've played this map out in our season yet, or
I've never seen Dealership personally, like at least in Esports League.
In the previous season either, I'm not sure, but definitely something to look forward to. That's going to be an explosion, to say the least, with all the cars all over the place. Next up,
I hope they have insurance.
Yeah, no, I'd hope so. I definitely hope so. Some good insurance. Next up, we have Protocol on Control, then Skyline, and Protocol once again for Search and Destroy.
So he's a good map variety. So it's a good setup to start off with Hacienda, which is again like very like iffy map. Is always good to get the ugly one out of the way first, and then we go in to the maps that we're really good with, and also being with Dealership as well.
Exactly. With that being said, folks, Hasi for Hardpoint is commencing right now. Let's go on over and see the action, folks. As we start off over here, we're going to be taking a quick look at Sus. Sus hitting over here, this rock side over here, getting stunned. Not too much in terms of gunfights. In just a moment, we should be seeing one. That's Condi. Gets taken down by Manny, and Manny is dipping and dodging one all over the place. Manny, one more, it seems as if not, is too much of a task for him. Davey taking out Sushi, and we have this Sushi top control over here towards top Shandy. And not much hill time, 2 seconds apiece going down right now as we go into this second half of this hardpoint.
Yeah, and currently right now with that Fountain Hardpoint being the first one, it looks like Nichols has that map locked down, especially Sushi just holding their own, hugging that, oh, I just cannot English because with all the gunfire. It is just absolute. That is a hard point to control, and the fact that they are holding it that insanely well right now is maddening. And Manny trying to get the high ground position, it just looks like Fuel Esports has decided to just say, yeah, no, we're not going to take that point. We're going to go for the other one. And right now it is 32-2 with Nichols College heavily in the lead and highly increasing. Fuel Esports is really right now on this, but Double Davy getting a good struggle there, absolutely pushes, and it's absolutely shredding, and Nichols College is currently on the assault, pushing through, and the points are just going more, but now going back into Fuel Esports' hands, they're getting those points up gradually. It is 17 and increasing for them. Bonk is holding that position, gets a good kill, trying to use that Lamborghini for cover, gets a backflip shred by Sushi, but does get refragged. Drafty G and the rest of Nichols managed to push into that position and reclaim it. It is now 50-19, and Fuel Esports has to fall back and just get ready to take this next point. As they go ready, Bonk tries to get an exchange, but it's a double frag from both Klondi and Sushi, getting 2. And that's just another point on the board for Nichols College. They're just securing. Semtex goes out, does tag, but the flak jacket does manage to prevent the fatality. Trophy system does go down by Drafty, managed to get another kill, and every fight is currently going in favor of NCLS right now. And absolutely, Fuel is on the back foot. It is not looking good, and we only have 4 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock, and it's 84-19. Heavily contested, though. Bonk does get shredded. Manny there on the cover does get taken out as well, and that is another contesting as it's Sus. He gets 1, but gets shredded out again. Bonk on the attack, trying to get it. It is just an absolute battle of attrition for this backyard point right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. As you can see right now, a whole bunch of stuff going on right now. And that stuff is, well, Manny taking the L, unfortunately, for him. But we do have a quick rotation over here with Sus. He picks up 1, actually almost gets 1, but I think his teammate was coming up behind him. That's indeed the case. Now we have some hill time over here for Fanshaw Fuel. Gets taken down, 10 seconds almost to their name, rather, for that hill. And right now we have Bonk taken up over here towards top wine. Manny picks up 1 over here inside of hill for Rock. Pushing out over here towards mid. Manny gets 1. Unfortunately for him, not able to get the second one right there. Drafty and crew. Davey on a 5 spree right now. Drafty gets 1. Davey on a 6 spree. Sus gets 1 more. And this is now, we're back in right now. Fanshaw Fuel getting some points, getting some kills. It's going their way right now.
This is exactly what we wanted. They just needed the point that works for them, and this is an ideal point. You got the rock, you got that cover, you have that indoor that leads to the stairwell that also is really good for flank denial and opportunity for kill boxes. You can see Sus right on there, but does get blasted out by Sushi, and Condell does get a tag, but not enough to follow through on the kill. But Bonk is ready, though, with a follow-through, but the tag goes out, and it just doesn't follow through, and Bonk, unfortunately, loses his life. Sus gets tagged and has to break through that door to find another way to get around, and it's going back to that middle fountain. This is going to be brutal.
Yes, definitely going to be a brutal hill right now. As we can see, Bonk putting down a little bit of tack right there towards U connector, and Condi going up top. And it doesn't seem as if any gunfights going on right now. Actually, as I say that, Davey does take down 1. That's Sus and Davey actually getting taken down as well. We have Condi over towards the U connector. He's going to be able to probably touch hill and get a little bit of time at the very least. But right now, you're trying to hold this hill, this mid-rotation, but also getting ready for the next. As you can see, player number 7 right there, that is Sushi. He's going back towards New, as we have actually 2 players. That's going to be Davey and Bonk that are going to be pushing that player number 7, Sushi, out to try and get those spawns.
And this is the most difficult part of holding this point, is that you had to deal with not just a first floor attack range, but a top floor attack range. But Bonk is waiting and is just using that Lamborghini for cover, but gets shredded out by Klondi, who gets both Manny and Bonk, not knowing that he was there. Sushi manages to get a tag, but not enough to follow through on a kill, but is pinning down and suppressing Sus right now.
Player number 4.
Oh, Davey absolutely getting shredded,
Still
unfortunately.
alive.
But
And
Manny,
spawns flipped.
yeah, the spawns have flipped, and now Sus has a plan here. We're going in with a flank. It's going to work. Oh, Davey's with the suppress. Sus gets 1. And then Oh, Davey gets tagged. Was that enough to know? No, wait. It's just a bloodbath out there. You can see the kill feed.
Oh, yeah. Back and forth, gunfights going down. But, of course, you can see the actual rotation coming in from players 6 and 7 right there, Sushi and Sundown, as they are headed over towards fences. That is going to be that Eder Fences hill that they are definitely going for. And Scrap, Manny trying to get some or many rather, trying to get some scrap time as we end up getting a couple of seconds for the fuel side of things. Sus, top plat, grabs one frag that's right there on Drafty, and we have Davey looking up from the top over here, trying to see if he can go and hit top flat with Bonk, and that is exactly the case. And Trade's going down. Bonk able to get one. Unfortunately for him, unable to get the second frag, as we have right now a full hold on the outer fence hill for Nichols.
And now what I'm noticing here from how NCLS is playing, there's always somebody watching. Oh, and a team kill. Manny fragging Bonk. Oh, no.
Oh, no, that's a little too familiar. I do apologize, Bonk. I've done that a couple times to you, my bud. My bad.
I think I've seen a few of those.
Oh, please tell me you haven't seen those.
I honestly, I'm going to say I have.
Oh, no.
What I was going to say about NCLS's play style, there's always somebody watching. The moment one of their players gets taken down, there's someone that's ready for the refrag and the rebound.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But when you get 3 kills like that, that's not going to happen.
No, and I mean, they're definitely still within reach. Like, there's 1 or 2 rotations that they can end up clutching up right now, fuel, and they should be back into it. If they can get this money hill right now, that'll be an insane amount of time that they can soak up right now. As we see a handful of players going up over here. There's a blender that is Manny and Davey pushing in, rather, getting these frags. And the only thing I can really highlight in terms of, you know, KD right now would be maybe Sus. But then again, sometimes the intangibles are things that you can't really focus on, because right now Sus might not be going positive, but he is indeed doing damage, being a thorn in the side of Nichols right now. On the other side of things, we have Condi, 17 and 15, so it's not exactly the highest of the highs or the lowest of the lows for either of these teams. Right now, it seems fairly spread across the board.
And currently, with only almost 35 points remaining for the side of NCLS to take this Game 1 win, it is just time is of the essence right now for Field Esports to hold this out. There is 3 minutes left in the overall match and a couple more, which means only 3 more points to go, and they need to play a flawless defense and attack.
They cannot afford to give any points away here, especially if they want to force that next hill. If they do not, then unfortunately for Fuel, then Nichols will be taking this. But of course, we still have a good amount of Call of Duty Hardpoint Hasi to play. So let's take a quick peek. Manny rather, getting a 1 frag over here. He's getting a second one. No, unfortunately for him, unable to do so. Teammates get taken out as well. This is now a very, very tall task, as we have 20-some odd seconds left in order for Nichols to take this W. And we keep going over here. Drafty in hill. Let's see what they can do.
Well, Drafty holding this on his own, but his teammates are ready. They managed to get 2, then 3, but Bonk coming in, gets 1, but doesn't get the second, and it's still 247, 248, 250, and that is Game 1 going to NCLS.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I can see why they're undefeated.
Yeah, no, definitely.
This is going to be a match.
It's going to be a match indeed. Fuel doing their very best right there on Hasi Hardpoint for map 1. Unfortunately for them, unable to clutch up and take that W. Nichols does indeed go 1-up over Fanshawe and rather Fuel. And, well, that was a decent start for both teams starting off, and then it took off for Nichols.
It took, at the start, they really had everything kind of nailed down to a T. The coordination, the gunfights, it was all going in NCLS's favor. So I'm curious, because I don't know if, because I believe you, I don't believe our team has ever faced on dealership at all. So this is going to be a fresh map, but a familiar game mode.
Yes, definitely.
What if this is NCLS's magnum opus?
I mean, I'd be kind of surprised, because in terms of the competitive scene, there hasn't really, unless you're grinding Call of Duty every single day, people have kind of been, you know, trying other Call of Duties and kind of going back to those. But that being said, that doesn't mean that, you know, you just lose the ability to play a certain map or game mode, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, dealership is one of those maps where if you can get hot on a certain side, then it's kind of very difficult to play against, right? If you can keep exploiting, especially mid control for dealership is very, very important. You take mid control, that allows you to basically spread out your rings and dominate an entire section of the map and make it very easy for you to rotate and very difficult for either team to, you know, or rather the enemy team to get anything going, really.
True, and then at least for something like search and destroy, as long as you can secure one of those points, and so if you're attacking, you want to prioritize either A plant or B plant, which one gives you the better defensive capability.
If you have trophies, you're definitely going to try and go A. If you don't have trophies, do not try and go A. That is just asking for a death trap with all those vehicles to explode. But
Yeah, that's a lot.
it's really kind of dependent on how heavy your ARs are going to be, right? If they're going to be gunning or if they're going to be a little on the weaker side of things, because those are head glitches and areas that you really need to prioritize, like the back cars, right? And it's same thing for Sus, someone for Sus in terms of his SMG, right? If he's pushing up very quickly and getting a frag or two, then he might just be able to put up those numbers, pull up those situations where he's able to put his team, so Fuel, into a better position. So we'll have to wait and see what they end up doing because this is a relatively new team. They haven't played for very long. They have had some scrim experience, but it's still relatively new. So in terms of how things are actually going to be going, I'm not too sure because I would have said one thing going into the match, and now, as we can clearly see, Respawn is kind of, as of right now, a little bit more in favor of Nichols. But Search and Destroy, a whole different game. As the saying goes, Search and Destroy wins tournaments, right? Wins championships.
That
So
is true.
we'll have to wait and see. It really just does depend. I'm not sure. What are you feeling in terms of what you've seen from Fuel and Nichols for this upcoming Search and Destroy on dealership?
I honestly think this is going to be a fight that is going to be worth the watch. I think, because I always say this and I sound like a broken record, I love the unorthodox.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like plays, maps, strategies, I think if you can throw off your opponent from going off the script that they may have in their head,
Yep.
it's always something that will benefit you. If you don't know your enemy, you will succumb in at least one battle.
Yep. It's it's going to be one of those situations where you really got to pay attention to what's going on, not just for your own team, but also the like you were saying, the enemy team. Have an eye for them. But with that being said, we are, I believe, good to go to a break. With coming up very shortly, folks. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll catch you for map number 2, dealership, very very soon.
Stay tuned. We are welcome back. It is game 2. The map is dealership. The game mode is search and destroy. And already off to a brutal start. It is 2 dead for Fuel, 2 dead for NCLS. It is a 2v2 Spunk and Sauce versus Sushi and Sundown. Who's going to win? Sundown takes down Bonk. It is now down to Sus. It's Sushi and Sundown versus Sus. What will happen? Sushi's waiting in the back alley. Sundown's holding down that really nice-looking car. I wonder how much that's going for on sale.
Well, it would depend because right now Sus is in a 1v2 situation. So even if he had all the money in the world, he might not be able to get this clutch. But
Yeah, he's got to plant that bomb.
never doubt Sus because Sushi is not checking the vents area as of right now. So free plant for him is going to be coming into an engagement right now. Sus does not win, unfortunately for him. Sushi takes that W, able to get Sus and put him down and out for the count. And bomb is being defused as we speak. Nichols going up 1-0 over Fuel in this map number 2 S&D dealership.
And currently, it was a quick bout,
Yes.
high engagements, and this is just showing what the pace is going to be, especially going into the defense of how is Fuel going to defend this now? Fuel is now on defense, and CLS is on the attack. Bonk going through, Garage breaking through. Grenades are flying, but none of them are making any marks, but the cars are blowing up left, right, and center. Oh, Davey gets first blood onto Sushi, and it's the 4 versus 3 situation. These cars are exploding. Everyone's taking cover behind the flaming ones for some reason. A good suppressing fire from O'Davy, but unfortunately, Manny does get killed. Oh, and Sundown being taken down by O'Davy, but Drafty GG taking out Sus. O'Davy takes out Glondy. It is all down to Drafty GG versus O'Davy and Bonk.
This should be a fairly clean-cut round for the side of Fuel as we have a 1 versus 2 Drafty left in this. And he might actually end up picking up one of Bonk. And
no,
Bonk said, not today. I am on my irons, and you are taking the L.
And this is where Fuel Esports is saying, like, we're not letting a repeat of last game. We're coming back.
Yep.
This is how we're going to do it.
Exactly.
And now, swapping sides once again. Fuel on the attack and CLS on the defense. Just getting ready. It's nice and casual. I'm looking at this map setup, though. High opportunities for flanking and high opportunities for long-range engagements as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Especially if you hit up this mid area right now, you can definitely get there first. And I'm telling you, that mid area is where you got to get control. If you get control of that mid area, it is infinitely easier for your teammates. So right there, 2. 1 player left alive, that is Condi. And this should be a clean round for Fuel as bomb is now planted on the B-bomb site. Condi over here towards the back of Dealer, trying to grab a frag for himself. And Davey definitely not looking where he's coming from. But it doesn't matter because Manny, unfortunately for him, doesn't actually take Condi out. Condi now making this a little easier for himself. Does not have much time. Has 25 seconds left on the timer. Let's see what he can do. Gets 1. 1v2. This is doable.
This is doable, but he has to take. Oh, he shreds the Ninja Turtle!
14 seconds,
but
and
Bonk gets him!
The Chow is there, definitely going for that safe play. It looked scary for a second if you were a Fuel fan, but Bonk coming up with the clutch trade right there for his teammate. And yeah, that's 1 more on the board for Fuel.
And now it is 2-1 for Fuel Esports, and they're making this a fight.
Oh yeah,
they are definitely making this a fight right now, and going once again on the defense. I think you're right. You got to control that midpoint because it's just going to become a problem if you cannot get into that kill box. But a grenade going up by Sushi. Will a grenade find a mark? No, but Sushi's grenade does find a trophy system. They were preparing for this. Manny going through the elevator shaft. That gap, a perfect angle. Gets the tag and gets the kill, and that's bomb down.
That is indeed the case, and that is a very big, and those are quite frankly difficult shots to hit, especially if the player gets towards the back of the car, which is basically what happened there. Davey gets 1! And now this is a 4 versus 2. Fanshaw right now. Fuel is definitely going for the W, but unfortunately for him right now, Davey gets taken down. So does Manny, and Sushi and crew going huge right now as this is now a 2 versus 2 down from a 4 versus 2 in favor of Fuel. 40 seconds left on the bomb, or rather on the clock, and bomb is actually being taken back towards the defender spawn, or rather the attacker spawn side, going towards mid. It seems as if Sundown and Sushi taking it mid, and this is what I was saying. Mid is the place to be. But Fanshawe, they know where they're going. They
Oh.
smelled the rotation. Bonk putting on some shots. Sus, Bonk, 1v1. Sushi and
Sus and
Sus.
Sushi. Oh, the
Heady!
tag!
Yes! The Heady! Sus says, hey, not today. I got this bomb, and this is all my sight. 3 rounds right now for Fuel.
You can even see on this final kill, Thriller's like, nope, 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 you can't get me, you can't get me. And then these final 2 shots just go right into the skull of Sushi.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sus said, not today. This is my bomb site, and you are not taking it from us.
And now, with a nice, slight nice 2-point lead, they are gradually getting there. 3-1 for Fuel Esports. This is looking good. Fuel on the attack. O'Davy with the bomb, getting ready. A grenade goes out, but it hits the roof. Bonk gets first blood, though, using a car to take out Drafty. That's what you want to see, and like I said, I hope they have insurance. The entire team is working together, making sure they're concentrated in that little corner. Sushi is getting tags as the engagements go out at medium range. They are going to try and go for a B plant by the looks of it. Sundown using that car for cover, trying to get a flank in. Sus has the bomb, is going to push in, using that window for cover. Sus does get tagged, going to hide in that corner, goes through and rushing, might get Klondy. Sundown, though, gets a double onto Bonk and O'Davy, but Manny takes out Sundown, avenging them. It's a 2 for 2, but Sus gets 1.
Sus flanks. Is he going to get the second one?
Sus gets tagged.
Get hit markers.
It's a 1v1. It's Sus and Sushi once again, is it? It's round 2. Sus and Sushi. Sus with bomb.
Oh, player number 7, that's Sushi. He's deciding to opt going towards his spawn and maybe trying to do something because, well,
Hey, Sus, you may want to plant, my friend.
Sus is definitely grabbing bomb. He has bomb, rather. Has had it for quite a while. Planning on the B-bomb site. And now it should be a free plant, as we do see that Sushi is somehow, for whatever reason, still in Narnia over towards A.
He's just making his way downtown. That's all he's doing.
Yeah, Vanessa Carlton, you know.
But now it's just going to be a tango of suspense and death. Oh! They saw each other.
Oh, they did. Okay, yeah.
Oh!
Sus gets absolutely gunned, unfortunately for him. The aims is just too good for that. He did get some shots on him, but unfortunately for him, unable to clutch up for that 1v1 gunfight.
Well, Sus had the Jackal, right?
Yes, so
Yeah, lower caliber against the aims.
you would think, but sometimes if you have the gunny does indeed reward you, so
That is true. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just. It's not the gun. It's just who's ever behind it.
exactly.
But now it's 3-2. Now a 1-point lead on the side for Fuel Esports, with NCLS back on the attack. Windows breaking, Sushi and the team taking a more interior approach. Bonk and them are spreading out a bit. They didn't grab the bomb at all.
Finally, they do.
Yeah, it took them long enough.
See that player number 1? He's towards mid. That is going to be Sus. He's just rather waiting and see if he's going to pick up anybody. Player number 4 is on that heady right there for the Irons, as bomb site is likely going to be B. And you have player number 5 that's actually on the bomb site, and we have Davey as well putting down some shots.
What is happening? Sus does get first blood. Oh, Davey gets a tag. Bonk gets one. He gets a tag. Oh no! Quandi and Sushi managed to get 2, but Manny managed to take out Sushi. Sus takes out Drafty DG. Sus is heavily tagged, but the flank puts another point on the board for Fuel Esports.
Yes, indeed. Sus and crew knowing what's good. And Manny. Is it Manny or is it Manny?
Manny, tomato situation?
Well, I mean, we're going to have to get some intel on that because I keep thinking Manny, but also
I keep saying Manny, but I think that's just like how just
you would assume,
my mental
right?
is.
Yeah.
Like Manny. Mana.
Yes, indeed. But we're going to have to take a quick peek at 4v4 as we're about to start up right now, player count. And mid is where I think everyone is going right now.
Oh,
that is indeed the case.
Davey! The first blood. Sushi, though, getting a double onto Sus and Manny. Absolutely brutal. O'Davy holding that position.
They have the bomb, so they are able
true.
to rotate. They don't have to peek too much towards mid to grab it. They are rotating, it seems as if slowly yet surely towards A, and little do they know that the opposing team, Nichols, is already somewhat aware that they might be rotating, as we have Sushi over here pulling
Oh, no.
the Irons, and Bonk gets absolutely deleted, unfortunately for him. Davey decides to double back, and this is going to be a very difficult situation for him, as this is a 1 versus 3. Unfortunately for him, unable to even get a frag there at all. 4-3 right now.
No, unfortunately, just could not match the range with a big iron on his hip, and it just did not go well into Manny's favor, unfortunately.
Yeah.
O'Davy, poor O'Davy, just being pincered from 3 angles with long distance support as well. Just did not fall into their favor, and is now 4-3 with now another 1-point lead for Fuel Esports. Fuel only needs to win 2 more. NCLS needs to win 3. So it's still really, really close.
Are we going to see a round 11, or is Fuel going to shut this match down in the next couple of rounds? We'll have to wait and see. But as I say that, player number 4 might get into an altercation over here with player number 8, that is Sundown, as we do have a little bit of jiggling back and forth. And Bonk gets tagged with a stun. And he's opting to back up just a little bit. He's calling out to his teammates, letting them know he's seeing some people over here. He's putting down some shots, getting a little bit of info and damage. But as we see, player number 1, Sus, is on the very long flank. Is he going to be able to pick up anything before he... No, he does not. Player number 6 seems to have smelled that out, sussed that out. And 2 versus 3, rather, for Nichols. We have Davey and Manny.
Smart move. O'Davy literally gave the garage door shut down on his face to prevent any form of side support for his teammate. And it just absolutely, but this angle here, it is all down to Manny. It is a 1v3 situation. The bomb is planted at A, and right now you can see the angles for the sides of NCLS. It is just brutal.
Tries to chow that gunfight. Didn't really have much of an opportunity to do anything else there. Didn't have time. Didn't have players on his team alive. So, of course, trying to get that chow win. And unfortunately for Manny, not able to do so.
And you can also see how NCLS was defending that. There was a barrel located on every single angle. It was absolutely insane. That was a solid defense from the side of NCLS. And then now getting ready, it is now back with Fuel Esports on the attack. But player number 3, Manny, is just on the front line getting ready and gets first blood on the Sundown. They're going to be pushing
player number 1 towards mid. Drafty watching that. Oh, he might get perfect timing. Never mind, as I say that, Sus decides to still stay back and not push towards mid. Bomb is going to be planted on B, it seems, but doesn't matter as of right now. Drafty gets Sus, who is mid. Manny trying to push up over here towards the defender spawn.
Ooh, he almost got caught.
It's tagged from all over the place. Unfortunately for the side of Nichols, nothing has really come from that last, 20 seconds of gunfights here?
Yeah, no, it's been all tags. Now there's a kill.
There you go. Right going down. Manny.
You just had to say something, did you?
20 years later, Manny finally gets the axe there. But Bonk trying to stay alive. Unfortunately, not able to do so. Davey, unfortunately, not able to do so either. And now this is match point for Nichols. As we see right now, this is 5 for them, 4 for Fuel. And Fuel is going to have to pull something out of the bag of tricks. I don't know. It's going to be
divine intervention.
Yeah, they might need to just honestly go back to basics and just hold irons and not get too much in terms of information to the other side, because I don't know.
Well, they're on the defense right now, so this is an opportunity. As long as they can make sure to establish some for a solid defense and get those early quick pick frags, that might allow them to at least do something. You can see here, Sus gets first blood, and that's bomb.
That's huge. That's absolutely massive.
Absolutely huge right there. And that's first casualty. Drafty DG getting tagged heavily, having to push back so far away. And now you can see Fuel Esports, they are just watching that bomb like vultures on a corpse.
Oh yeah, you can see the setup is very favorable to the side of Fuel, as we have one person that is going to be player number 3, Manny. Just making sure that no one's going towards mid, and then Bonk is actually, he gets pulled because of that now. Now, the A side of the, never mind, as I say that, the A side was not really too much of an interest, but it seems as if they're going to be going towards mid. One, trades going down.
Oh
2
my god,
versus 2.
Quandile!
And this is what I'm saying. They have the setup for the trades. They just need to actually execute the trades. And Davey picks up 1, picks up 2. Is he going to be able to get this last one? Unfortunately for him, not able to do so. But 27 seconds left in this round. Bomb is still down on B, so this is still a 1 versus 2. Very tall task for the side of Condi and Nichols. He might catch Davey. He does indeed catch him, but not able to actually get any shots on him. He burns and burns. No, he doesn't. Davey getting away with his life, and Bonk and crew able to do the dirty. And round 11, here we come, Dragon. This is for all the marbles in this second map of Search and Destroy Dealership.
And now, it all comes to this. Does Fuel Esports put a series point on the board, tying it up for the series? Or do we go into the hot seat? It all comes down to one final clash between Fuel Esports and NCLS in Game 2. The sides have flipped once again. Fuel on the attack, NCLS on the defense. Let's see how it plays out. It's game on. Grenades flying out from Bonk. Bonk triggers a trophy system. Does it get anything? Not a vehicle, nothing. Grenades and flashbangs are all being shredded, but not a single tag nor vehicle kill. And they're bunched up. They're going to go for this
RC's being pulled out, I believe from player number 7.
Yeah, that was an RCXD. Ooh, Sushi tagging. Sushi's tagging. Doesn't get a kill, though. He gets stunned as well. It looks like they're planning, but Fuel manages to get the plant. Drafty manages to get a tag, but again, not a kill. This is very risky. This is giving everyone opportunities. Sundown. Condi manages to get first blood, but Bonk manages to avenge. Oh, Davey gets the tag onto the car. There's used that. Bonk gets another kill. Bonk gets the double.
Sundown, last one alive. 1v3. Can he clutch up, or is this going to be all she wrote for this map? Davey gets one, doesn't have time, and turns and does not get the clutch. Fuel pulling out a round 11 W, and that is what they needed to stay in this series. Of course, this is now all tied up 1-1 as we head into the next map, number 3. That'll be coming up shortly, folks. But yeah, definitely, Dragon. This was This was something that Fuel definitely needed. Even if they squeaked it out, it's still a map win. They can still get that, little bit of momentum and little bit of, I guess, peace of mind, if you would want to call it. Not really, kind of, sort of. That they were able to clutch
at
up.
least a comfort knowing, hey, we at least have a chance.
Yeah, no, and like we were saying, both of these two teams are both undefeated, right? So it's not as if we're gonna be having a steamroll. Clearly, we saw some gunny and skills and strats from both sides, so it's going to be probably going the distance. We'll have to wait and see as the maps unfold, because.
But here's the thing: so the third game mode is going to be control, but the map is protocol. That's our map. That's our map, guys. I'm just saying.
Protocol is one of those maps where if you can get someone in the blender, if you can get a team in the blender, just spawn trap them kind of thing, then you are going to have some fun, and you are more than likely going to win that map. Like it's almost a guarantee if you're able to put them in the blender. But on the other side of things, if you cannot do that, then you're not going to have a fun time. Like it's going to be extremely difficult, if not nigh impossible, to pull anything from that in terms of the win column. So it really just does really depend on how Fuel brings it. But like you were saying, protocol is kind of our thing. So
if you guys have been tuning in, like you've been producing for those maps too. Like you've seen how those games have played. Like they tend to go pretty crazy on Prody.
Yeah, definitely.
It's maddening to see the type of plays. And you're right. If you can get one player into that blender, especially if you start as defense, you're sitting pretty at a higher advantage. I do argue that, especially for that game mode, if you start as defense, your percentage of winning is a lot higher than starting off as an attacker.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to wait and see. I'm not sure this time around, because both teams can provide the gunny, right? They can. And it's really going to come down to who is a little bit better at getting trades, because if you can get your trades more effectively and push out and gain that space, that momentum that you can, deny your opponents, then you are going to have an easier time, right? It's just going to be easier for control. Typically a little bit kind of for hardpoint as well, but hardpoint you have different rotations, so it's going to be a bit different for that.
And
But
control, it's 2 solid points that you
exactly,
just need to take.
you have your two set, I guess, points A and B. Then you got to get your ticks in, right, and then it's really just pushing them out. So
And you got 30 lives to play with.
you have 30 lives. It seems like a lot, but
No,
you blink and you're down to like 15. It's like, whoa, what just happened? We got just absolutely mowed down for these last two like 20 seconds. So
You can lose half your lives in a good couple of seconds.
indeed.
But I think with that, we'll have to at least, cut it to a short break. The team's got to reciprocate, get ready, plan out. We got to get ready ourselves because we're in for a fun night.
We're in for
That does. Well, we're going into a game 4. Like, that's not a guarantee. It's 1-1. It's either going to be settled in a game 4 or game 5.
Exactly.
And we know that both these teams remaining undefeated got to bring everything. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.
And we are back, hopping straight into this one right now. Map number 3, this is on Protocol Control. And we have a couple of gunfights that have already happened. That is now going Sundown, taking down many. And as we can see here, flipping these teams right now. Sus putting down some shots. Nicely done. There we go. And Sus unable to get actually anything going, but does indeed stay alive. 50 some odd seconds left in this round as we speak. We have one tick going down on B, nearly complete, and one tick going down on A as well. As I say that, Condi is actually clearing it. B is indeed tick secured. Not the whole thing, of course. And we have 20 lives nearly apiece as we have Sundown pushing down over here towards bottom steps. Does indeed actually help his teammates. Sus gets taken down. Two rounds right now, or 2 kills rather, separate these two teams as we see right now in this round.
And currently, Sundown and Sushi just putting in the hurt, but Sus and Bonk managed to avenge with a refrag, putting them at least in a live lead. But Condi gets a really good high ground position, absolutely shredding Bonk, unfortunately. And now the ticks are going down. Someone from Fuel needs to put a toe on one of these points now and just at least secure it just for a little bit. Get those ticks running. It is 20 seconds now and decreasing. Time is running fast. You do not get a lot of time to hold these points.
No, definitely not. And yeah, this is unless Fuel can get into this B site right now and hold it, they are not going to be able to do much for this round. And it seems as if that's exactly what's going to happen. Many is going to be taking the L right there.
Oh,
and
Davey!
Davey almost able to play the hero right there, but unfortunately for him,
The
not
clock
able.
was 0-0.
It was very close.
It was like 0.00000001.
Mm-hmm. Oh my.
Gets
Yeah.
the one and then gets the second.
It's very, like I said, difficult to win a control match if you aren't trading effectively and or taking space. Because if you're not doing one or the other, they kind of go hand in hand, right? And right there, as you could see, the trades were going in fairly back and forth. But if you're not taking that space because of those trades, then essentially those kills are for naught. So Fuel is going to have to be on their toes as we go into this second round.
And now that NCLS is attacking, can Fuel just defend just as good? But it seems like Davey getting first blood on the Sushi. But Sundown and Condi getting a double on Bonk and Sus, making that live difference. So Davey managed to take out Condi as well. Condi trying to go for the Sam site position, just trying to hold it. He does get
Condi? What?
You got tagged, but no comms.
They let him stay alive.
They let him live.
They let him live. That is indeed. Davey comes down and says, "Hey, not today. I'm taking you down with me."
Was it one of those like I let you live because I let you, like you're alive because I allowed you kind of situation?
Maybe that's I think so for that situation. Specifically, Sundown grabbing a point right now, as that should be I think a point going for Nichols. As we take a quick peek at the minimap, player number 1 over here making his way over towards the barrels area, and many pulling out the stops, but unfortunately for him, not all of them, not enough to get that round, point secured for his team Fuel. And now 1 point left that is going to be B. Bonk is trying to push up towards the spawn along with Sus, and this could be a moment where you have the blender situation. If Manny can win this gunfight, unfortunately for him, not able to do so, but he does have information. Manny did tell him his teammates where Sushi was, and it seems as if not enough information was given because Sushi takes one down, and after the count, Davey is now in the grave. Sus actually able to get into the backside over here, as we see gets taken, rather Condi gets taken down. Sus immediately traded out as well, and Davey looking over here towards his bottom tip, pulling one, and he gets 1 and 2. This is very favorable for Fuel, and unfortunately for him, unable to do so. Bonk, Sushi gets a double. Wow, okay, doing very, very nasty things right now, it seems. But we do still have a decent amount of time, and point is still not even one tick has been secured yet. So Fuel do have a chance right now. It seems as if, this is what I'm saying. Right now, Manny, they're pushing up. They're not just fighting for the point. They're fighting for space. They're fighting for the trades. That's what you got to do. Even if you end up losing, at the very least, you're playing it on the more aggressive side, on the more, I guess, quote-unquote correct side. Because otherwise, you're going to just basically lay down and try and play a TDM, right? That's not what we're playing at all.
Yeah, but I like to point out something. It's 5-11 lives, 5 for Fuel, 11 for NCLS. NCLS still can mess around, and now Fuel has no more respawns left. Whatever happens, it's now down to who's left, and it's just Manny, Bong, and Sus.
This is going to be a surgical round if Fuel want to bring it back.
Can they bring it back?
They definitely can. Right now, Sus, unfortunately, not able to do so, though. If they had that one wave and then were able to hold out positions, or at the very least get one or two out of position from the other side of, like, Nichols, they were in a good spot. But unfortunately for them, they got up to those 3 lives left and not able to do anything with that. I do think that they are able to get something going. It might be a little too late for this round. I don't know. What do you think, Dragon?
Well, Fuel needs to play a flawless 3 rounds. They need to win as an attack, win as defense, and then win as attack again with 0 errors now.
Yeah, and it depends on the ticks as well, because if they end up getting less ticks, then they're not going to end up
Sushi absolutely
on the
getting
favored
tagged. But not enough. But Manny manages to get first blood. Sus and Davey all getting a frag. Really, really good start for Fuel right there. And then Sundown gets blasted out the window.
Yes. And like, you can see, it's not really so much like the gunfights. Yes, you have Crafty kind of pause it up there at 17-11, but it's mostly to do with the actual positioning. And if you're able to chain together kills, that allows you to take that space and maintain that space. And it seems as if Nichols is just able to do that just a little bit better so far. Sushi and that frag as well.
That was brutal.
That was indeed. Sauce able to just delete whoever that was off the map.
I think that was Condi. I don't know why their name's not showing up on the thing. Sometimes COD likes to do that and just, you know, not give a username.
Oh, yeah.
We love when COD just decides to not work with us. Yeah, that's Condi. Manny gets blasted out, though. Sushi gets blasted out, but Bonk manages to take out Sushi as well, with O'Davy managing to blast out Sundown. And already, it's only 25 seconds and still not a single foot on the board for any of the points now, and it's not looking well. We might be going into a game 4 with Fuel in the hot seat.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, even if you don't get those, like, massive, like, kill leads, you still have to chain those frags into that space together. And if you can do that, even if you don't have as many lives left, it's still possible, and it's still likely, too. Like, as you can see right now, Fuel just absolutely pulling it out of the bag. Unfortunately for them, not able to do much. And, yeah, well, we saw what happened there, folks. 3-0 for Nichols. You'll look like they had a moment of hope in that second round and third as well, but unfortunately for them, they were not able to chain those frags together. Nichols was able to.
And now, we go into a game 4 in a hot seat situation.
Skyline, yeah.
It is Skyline. We are back on hardpoint.
It's going to be, you're going to have to focus on the money hills, right? The very important one mid, that one you're kind of have to like soak as much time as you can. It's not really going to be too important in terms of like soaking all the time, because it's a very contesty hill. You're going to get a lot of gunfights. But as long as you can get some time on that and focus up for the next rotation, set up for those, then you should have an easier time.
I'd argue that the most important point is the second floor office.
I would say that is also true. That being said, if you can get that office space up top and then also secure that second kitchen hill, those are 2 big hills, because the other one would be at the back, right, for the bathroom area, right? Grass.
Yeah.
So
How are the players looking? I'm looking at their faces.
I mean, you could
Bonk seeing daggers.
as expected, I guess. He's listening to some Yeet, maybe going with that visualizer there, trying to get himself psyched up. But yeah, no, it's going to definitely come down to which team ends up showing up, and clearly, as we have seen, Nichols is that team as of right now. Whether or not Bonk, Manny, Sus, and Davey are able to come together as a group, as a team, and pull a win for this Skyline hardpoint.
As long as they can pull a win here, they can close it out on a protocol SND, which would be ideal for them.
Yes.
But it has to the deciding match currently is Skyline. Fuel has one last shot to continue this series. And Nichols just needs to win this to still continue their undefeated streak. Both teams are literally competing to continue having an undefeated title in this division. There's a title on the line, man.
There is. There is. And, I mean, yes, going undefeated is a great feeling, right? But at the end of the day, losing is learning, right? So winning can be considered teaching. Shout out Karma. But yeah, or rather Rambo. But, you could say the same thing for the fall, right? Season for Black Ops, for rather Modern Warfare 3, where the fall season, undefeated for the entirety of it up until, I believe it was Butler, if I'm not mistaken. We take an L, right? Our very first L. And then we get a rematch with them in the grand finals, and we end up taking it.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I remember that one. That was a fun one.
So, losing, learning, right?
Hey, fail just means first attempt in learning.
There you go. Exactly. If you keep trying, at the very least, you'll end up, progressing. So
Definitely.
yeah.
And while they progress and get ready to potentially face their potential series match point, Fuel Esports in the hot seat, we're going to have to take a quick break and get ready as we prepare for Game 4, Call of Duty, Fuel Esports versus Nichols College. Stay tuned. floor, and already we have Nichols College off to a bloodbath of a start, taking out Bonk and securing that first hard point at the hot tub. But Sus managing to secure, somehow getting first blood, which is oddly confusing, but I don't know, that's the Codcaster for you being confusing. But currently, Nichols College is securing that point, and it's absolute hardcore defensive line they have currently set up. Bonk manages to get a nice shot. Davey manages to take out 2, and Fuel manages to secure that point, getting it set up, and now at least the numbers are going. They were going onto the side of Fuel, but that has definitely changed as Nichols College has started shredding once again. Did Klondike just order 66 sushi?
It seems as if he did. Not sure, but that being said, you see what I was saying earlier is that mid contest hill is important to a certain extent, but this back here, that's what they were fighting for. They were fighting for these spawns right here, like you were saying, top office, right? So we're going to have a definite grueler on our hands over here, folks, as not much time, only 2 seconds, handful of seconds actually going in favor of Fuel. And they do have spawns as Bonk is over here laying down towards the back of Kitchen. Spots one, puts down some shots, but does get tagged as well. Tries to stay alive. He gets tagged as well somewhere else. But gunfight's going up top. Sushi wins 1 entry frag right now. Able to get more tagged on Davey, but Davey pulls out the clutch Sus over here towards bottom gym, and he's able to hop on up, it seems, to the pool, or rather the piano. Not able to get anything going, though. He does indeed get taken out, and now you can see on the minimap teams have started to spawn out and now are rotating towards mid. We have one player that's number 8, that's Sundown, that's bottom vents, or rather top is going up top to the back of grass. Trying to get some irons down over here as Davey's about to peek and meet his death, and many as well. Sundown and Crew Condi, everyone getting their player. Spawns are still semi-flipped, as you can see right there. They have...
Oh, Davey!
Oh, no!
Splat!
Playster, what's going on? Where are you? Oh, he retired. But yeah. Player number 8, you see right back here. That's Sundown. Very important gunfight for him as he's able to win that. Never mind, he's not. Davey and Crew, Trey's going down. Bonk taking down Sushi, and this should be a 20-some-odd second hill hold from the side of Fuel if they can help it, because right now, the only thing that they don't really have going for themselves is that the spawns are in favor of Nichols, as we see Sushi and Crew holding this back grass area. And
they tied it, though.
They did. You are correct indeed. And now they are up by 1 measly point.
Woo!
But it's 1 point nonetheless. So let's see what this next hill has in store for us. Manny actually deletes Condi. Very good gunfights from him. Second Drafty finds his death, and a triple goes in favor of Davey. Sundown meets his maker as well. 75 points for Fuel. Can Condi and Crew at the back over here get anything going, or is Fuel a little too strong? Many taken down 1, taken down 2. As I say that, Sundown finds some frags. Davey falls from the back, and we fall through the map as well, as we have an interesting hold. Sundown opting to not really push in, waiting for his teammates. As you can see, they're spawning up towards that kitchen area. Back spawns right now. Sushi putting down some shots towards Bonk in just a moment here. Bonk able to stay alive for just a moment, but not able to do so long enough, as 15 seconds will be going to Nichols.
Just stay in that bathtub, Bonk. It was a good shield, but unfortunately they just pincered you too hard. But 94 to 73, and currently Fuel holding a steady lead. It's going to go back to that middle point. You're saying you got to secure that one as fast as possible. It looks like Nichols is reading into that play, and they are getting ready.
Oh yeah, getting ready indeed.
Ouch, that was a bad one. Condi and Sushi just got a nice triple frag between the two of them. A double for Condi, 1 kill for Sushi. Sundown getting another kill. And now that point is back in Nichols' control, and they are tied and putting the points back up in the lead for them. Is Manny doing some 007 stuff here?
Just waiting for timing. Timing works out for him. Gunfight indeed. Gets a 2-piece. Manny with the timing 2-piece, able to put his team in the driver's seat. Bonk getting 1 more, but unfortunately for them, Drafty putting a double in his column as well. Sus grabs his own. Obstacle for a quick dip in the pool. Unfortunately for him, not able to do anything after that.
I mean, he was a turtle, so.
You are correct, but not enough turtle, I guess, powerness for him.
Nope.
Back hill over here for office. Hill number 2 in this rotation. And Manny just killing back flat. trying to get some spawn information and does grab one straggle. That is going to be Drafty. Bonk, I believe, gets taken down by a grenade as well. Grenades and Bonk do not mix well together, it seems. Many unable to get that read from the side, and now we have Davey putting out some shots. Piano grabs one frag, grabs a second one. Unfortunately for him, actually, never mind, he does not. It seemed as if he was about to turn and burn, but did not indeed do that. Drafty able to come up from the back, put down some shots, and Davey and Bonk able to break this hill, and Sus grabbing some time, and this should give them 20-some-odd seconds, Fuel 20-some-odd seconds in this top hill.
Or at least with this secured office point, it's going to put a good amount of points on the board for Fuel, at least inching towards tying it up to that 137 mark. We still got a lot of game to go and a lot of objectives back to secure. The next position is going to be Kitchen starting now. And already, oh, Davey with a double kill with Manny to secure it in the kitchen. He's ready for it. He is not letting Nichols get to that premium alcohol. If he has anything to say about it, it'll be over his dead body.
And we can see Fuel has definitely turned the engines and fully revved them up right now, as they have just absolutely been hitting that red line and able to keep up. And in many cases right now, actually take a lead for Nichols right now. Nichols, unfortunately for Fuel, able to squeak the lead so far, but Sus getting up some frags, able to get one, not able to get some hill time, but Davey does indeed come in clutch. Teammates galore over here towards grass as he puts out some shots towards his head. He does it. Well, actually, I'm not sure what happened there, but two players do indeed meet their makers, and this seems as if this back plat area is where the hill will go into a very big contest, it seems. I'm not sure, because we have two players right now. Oh, never mind. As I say that, Davey does indeed take that L for the gunfight, and spawning out is the side of Fuel. Bonk trying to get that gunfight top bed. Unfortunately for him, unable to do so. Sundown and crew just chilling in hill. One person that is going to be Bonk trying to, maybe not Bonk, but trying to get into the hill, and well, it's back in favor of Nichols.
Yep, and now 160 on the board and increasing. They have a very solid defense in this kitchen. Bonk does get tagged out, manages to survive by the skin of their teeth. All three members are there, and they all have to push in together. They're waiting for that breach. They go in, but Bonk gets taken out to the other team, and no. Oh, and even Drafty even takes down Sundown by accident.
Yeah, no, they unfortunately, it's one of those situations for Fuel that if you are constantly spawning out and you do not get a little bit of a breather at the back, then it's going to be an absolute nightmare to break through to the back spawns. And yeah, of course, they've decided to throw in the towel for that back hill, and now are going to be going back to the reset as we go in this third set of rotations.
And it's going to be very difficult because it is 195. They only need just shy of just they passed the halfway mark. They're so close to only just needing 50 points left. Fuel needs to play flawlessly on defense to tie it up and get to that point. They know what's at stake. They know what's going on. Manny gets taken out, taking that high cover. Sus is there, gets a tag, but not enough to commit to a full kill. Sus goes through. Sundown gets shredded, but someone was watching that the top flank, and that was
Manny.
Sushi. And then unfortunately, now, and Manny here going through the elevator sneaks them through.
Timing.
No, someone's going through, might sneak. Are we going to see a sneak here? Yes, we do, and does manage to get the kill. The point is still in Fuel's hands. It is now 190 to 201. Nichols only needs 49 more points. Wow!
Going huge with that. Even if it's 2 seconds, that's okay. That's okay. That's scrap time for a reason, right? And they do indeed end up getting spawns. Fuel player number 8 over here. Unfortunately for him, Bonk not able to get that gunfight in his favor. Drafty getting a 2-piece as well, and this is looking a little bit more unreachable if you are a fan of Fuel. But we have Bonk pushing through with Manny over here towards the back kitchen side, rather side kitchen, and
the double kill from Sushi. My pull-off does get tagged. Bonk holding on with 48 HP and a dream.
They got to get in hill. They got to get in hill. If they're not getting in hill right now, then they have a very, very slim chance. It's not happening. They got to get in contest at the very least. 10 seconds.
At least put a toe on that board. We have only, it's 245, 46. It's back in Fuel's hands.
They're nowhere near the hill. They're nowhere near the hill.
No, unfortunately, 47, 48, 49 and 50, and that is the series point going to Nichols College, who retains their undefeated title and striking down the undefeated streak that was Fuel Esports COD.
Yes, indeed. 196 to 250 in favor of Nichols as they take that series 3-1 in map number 4, Skyline. Now, they remain undefeated at 4-0. Fanshawe Fuel 4-1 in the standings as we, well, of course, would have liked to have seen a map 5, but
I would have loved to see a map 5.
Nichols said not today.
Unfortunately, no. But the point difference, 133 to 250 from the first hard
one,
point to 196, that's still a decent climb.
You could definitely see that Fuel had the spark and had the level playing field for a good, I'd say 70 some odd % of that match.
Oh, yeah.
And then towards the end, you could see that they were kind of not getting those rotations as early and or holding the spawns. And if you can't hold the spawns, even if you get rotations early, great. But you can't hold the spawns, it's nigh impossible to get those hill breaks, and especially when those hills are the money hills, like the back back grass.
Yeah, the back grass, like where that like
office,
washroom is,
the
and the top
bathroom,
office.
yeah,
Yeah,
the tub,
those
right?
are really
So-
difficult points to hold.
Exactly. Those are the money hills where you really need to be able to like, get those spawns because they're set up that way. They're set up that if you hold those spawns, you'll have an easier time to get those hills, right?
Yeah.
The time on those hills. If you can't, then it's going to be nigh impossible to actually get much going on. And as we could see, it just started to slip away from the Fuel. And unfortunately for them, not able to come back in any way, shape, or form. Congratulations, Nichols, as you do take that 3-1 win over Fuel in this map number 4 of Skyline.
Very impressive play, but that's not all we have. We do now get an opportunity to get some insight on how the game's played out with an interview exclusive from one of the players of our Fuel Esports team.
Yes, that's the intention. We'll see if we can get a player down here because sometimes, they skedaddle a little too quickly, but that is definitely indeed the hope right now that we can get an interview. We'll see if one player is available because sometimes they have classes and assignments, of course, that they have to get home to do.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We're a thing called students too.
Right, exactly.
Right, yeah.
That darn pesky thing, learning. Well, what's that? Right?
School, that's a thing.
Right.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back, hopefully with an interview.
Welcome back, folks. We are excited to, unfortunately, not bring in interviews. No, that was an interesting matchup. We definitely did see some glimmers of hope for the Fuel, but it was not enough. And unfortunately, they do fall 3-1 rather to Nichols College. With that being said, that doesn't mean that's the end of the action for us this week at the Fuel desk. No,
Not at
no.
all.
Tomorrow, stay tuned. We have Rocket League at 8 p.m. We are indeed excited for that one. And if you can tune in, amazing. If not, rewatch the stream. Go to YouTube, Fuel. You can also rewatch it on the Twitch pod. There you go.
We record them.
I didn't. Thank you. Now we know.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us tonight and tuning in. Your support is great. You can keep up on all of the action, updating, following on our socials, on our Instagram, TikTok, keeping up with our newsletters, seeing us throughout the campus. I don't really have anything else. I think that's kind of all the marks.
I think that's about it. That is indeed the case. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. We really do appreciate it. And like Dragon said, go ahead, hit us up on our socials, Fuel, fsu.ca/Discord. If you're not already in our Discord, go ahead, hit us up. We have a bunch of amazing events that we have going on. We have in-person events like chess, EAFC nights, as well as Smash nights, and a bunch of other different things, rock, paper, scissors from time to time as well. So go ahead, stay tuned for those, and online events as well. So gaming is the name of the game, but also community and friendship. So yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone at home or wherever you are, and we'll catch you tomorrow, 8 p.m. for Rocket League.
I've been Dragon.
And I've been Kryptonite.
Have a great night, everybody.
Peace.